Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another glorious day lies ahead of our glorious nation as we continue to reach towards the skies, not just with our buildings, but our ambitions too. Folks, there's a lot to get done this session, so I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction. Just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As you very well know by now, I'm sure, the number of likes and comments down below do help me really quickly understand what people want to see on the channel, what I should keep doing, what I should slow down, what I should speed up, etc., etc. And of course, I do read through all the comments to get a better idea of how y'all are feeling and to gather any feedback that I might be able to implement, any ideas, any suggestions, any thoughts. It really does help me kind of guide the channel, and not just the channel itself and what I do on the channel, but also how I do what I do on the channel. But folks, enough of my ramblings. Let's go ahead and get this party started. As always, with this game, I am thoroughly excited for the session up ahead. Honestly, this game really keeps me on my toes, and it really does. It's full of little surprises. I mean, there was this excellent comment from the previous episode's comment section that embodies those little surprises, the positive surprises, because there's some surprises that come through as challenges. I wouldn't call them negative, but they're challenging surprises, and I like those as well because I like being challenged in my games. But this is just an example I want to share really quickly, where I really liked this setup we have over here, right, with the tracks going underneath this cultural square, this cultural center, if you will. I really like this. I thought it was really quite slick, and I thought it'd be a nice experience as an actual person living here to go on this train ride. And there was this comment which really it hit it home for me. Like I had it in the back of my mind, but then seeing it written out in the comments and seeing it resonate with somebody else made me go, yeah, exactly. But basically the comment, and I'm paraphrasing here, so don't go looking for these exact words in the comments. This is how the comment made me feel. But it was basically like, can you imagine being in a train, heading towards this cultural center and seeing this magnificent building in front of you. Again, it's like cutting through the skies, this beautiful building, and you go closer and closer and closer. The next thing you know, you're enveloped in darkness as you're going underneath this beautiful structure, and you keep going, and the next thing you know now is, again, the light hits your eyes, you look behind you, and you're like, wow, look at that, what a beautiful building. What an example of the capabilities of our glorious nation. It really is something special. And like, even from up over here, you pop out this tunnel, like, oh man, like it's so cool, right? Because you're down over here, and you can probably see, yeah, look at that, you can see the top of that building, right? So you're coming over, you can see the top of that building, you're going, you go through the tunnel, it's dark, and then you pop back out the other end of the tunnel, and there's that beautiful building you were looking at moments ago in all its glory, and you get closer and closer and closer. The next thing you know, you're underneath it. Like, it just is, it's so cool, and like because the game is so understated in some of those things, almost. I can't think of a better word than that. It makes it that much more special because you happen across these opportunities rather than chase them. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I have a little objective marker that says, ooh, place a railway track underneath a visually attractive zone. None of that. It just so happens to be awesome. I don't know how to say it. I'm really excited for this space to come to life, and for some of the updates coming up as well. Now, really quickly, I want to touch on this because it was asked in the comments. It was asked whether there will be seeing military aspects in this game. Now, I don't know to what extent, but I do believe the devs are planning some tie-in to military aspects. Now, this is not going to turn into an RTS or anything like that. What I imagine, now this is purely, hypothetical, this is guesswork. What I imagine we're going to get is much like we have, the engineering industry and its railway production line, its vehicle production line, airplanes and ships. Much like we have that, it might, for one, add new vehicles to these. Like, for example, we might start producing, military submarines or warships, right? We might start producing fighter jets at the airplane production line. Like, it might add new, I was gonna say new unit types, but new blueprints, I guess. So we might see that, or we might even see, new production line buildings added. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like an armored vehicle production line or a arms manufacturing production line, something like that, right? Like maybe a bit generic, maybe a bit more specific. We'll see. Maybe we'll be manufacturing, manufacturing KA-74s and things like that. You know what I mean? To steer clear of any licensing issues. But personally, I would like to see that. I would like, for a game that's so like embedded in reality and all that. Truth be told, there's a lot of money to be made from the military-industrial complex. It would be, you know what? It just occurred to me. Right now, the game does have a system of events. There are none active right now, but it does have a system of events that affect prices. Oil prices can go up and down, and as we've seen before, if we go ahead and take a look at prices on the global market, I'm sure, if we take a look at this year, we have seen, there's a great example of fluctuating prices. It'd be so cool if, global event, conflict has broken out in, in foreign nation, our like ruble using allies need help, or our dollar using allies need help, and so the prices fluctuate and shift based on those events. Now, you wouldn't be directly involved in war per se. And the more I talk about this, the more I'm like, imagine you could actually make a difference in these wars. But I think, sorry, to get back on, I'm digressing way too hard here. To get back on topic, I would like to see some aspect of the military-industrial complex. I would like to see some aspect of military, trade, arms trades, and things like that, because it is realistic. If we're talking about making a realistic nation builder, then that is something maybe that's worth tackling, and I would definitely like to see it as well. What I would not like to see personally, and y'all let me know if you feel differently, I'm curious actually, I would not want to see this game turn into an RTS, or I don't want to see fighter jets flying over and bombing my cities and stuff. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily fun, right? Like, that seems like a bit much. I don't want this to turn into a tower defense game or an RTS or a survival city builder game any more than it already is, which I think is an excellent segue into the thing I like to do first every session with regards to the survivability and the survival of our city, our nation rather, and its citizens. Population has been on a slight downtick lately. I think you'll recall we went up to 91K. It's gone down to 90.6, 90.5. Let's round it down even further. I don't think it's a problem. I think what's going on is the 21 pluses are hitting the age of 30 and then they're emigrating, right? And this is a serious problem. It continues to be a serious problem, and this is something I really want to solve sooner rather than later. But we also have the employment issue, which last session, again, I think we saw this number drop right down to like 7K or so approximately. So I'm really hoping to bring it back down to that. This year, actually, earlier in 2007, it looks like we were around 5K. So that's pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if that's when we were doing a lot of construction, though. That would make sense. Well, I'm hoping this construction helps bring unemployment down, but I'm hoping when all this stuff is done being built, unemployment is brought down a bit more permanently as well. This is a serious problem, and I don't want it to escalate to like, I don't want to be like, 10K is fine for a population of 90K, 10K unemployed is fine, and then eventually, next thing you know, we have 100K unemployed, and we're just like, that's fine, whatever. We're slowly escalating, moving the goalposts, as it were. I really don't want to do that, so I'm a little concerned about this, and I want to see if we can't do anything to nip this in the bud. But apart from that as well, of course, I'm concerned about this, and for this, or to that effect, I want to try and establish our high-rise city over here that sort of mirrors Smolenet's. Initially, I was planning on expanding Smolenet's first, adding more housing, over here and over here, and we will still be doing that. I really like how that kind of works functionally and visually and all that. I'm really excited to do that expansion, but I think more urgently we need to do a bigger, higher density expansion over here first, and those people will be using this train station, and of course we'll also have this train station over here that people are getting onto the trains with and moving up over through the city over here, up around, and hopefully coming to work over here, which is, again, still non-functional, because as much as we have people over here, because, again, this space very quickly fell. It was like nothing. This was a drop in the bucket. This was nothing as far as helping our 21 pluses find homes, right? So this is that's why we need these high-density living spaces urgently. But as much as we have people over here, as much as these buildings are topped up, they're all working, up and around here. We have this unbuilt building, which we should probably get built, please and thank you. We have all this, we have people working you know, across the board where there's no power right now. I think it's because the wind isn't counting, even though that's decent. That's decent wind. I imagine these guys all have power as soon as I hit play. But yeah, we've got all these guys working over here, and the handful of them that are able to come over here are getting some work done. We do have uranium ore. We have, you know, processed some of it. We just don't have enough people to have all this flowing smoothly. So I would like to get workers and resources over to here to get all this up and running sooner rather than later. A lot of things I want to get done like now, you know. To that effect, for a very long time now, I've been okay with auto building and swapping back and forth when we're trying to like plan infrastructure and all that kind of stuff. No more. I think I had enough of that last session, and I was only a couple of clicks away from establishing a new construction office up over here, so we can put an end to that nonsense. Though, actually, hold on, we have modded versions, don't we? Now, as I do establish this, folks, I want to, I am really curious to hear people's opinions on the military aspect of things. I want to see it implemented in the game. I think it would make quite a nice addition, quite a sensible addition as well. I'm pretty sure. Can't remember off the top of my head with 100% certainty, but I'm pretty sure the developers are planning on implementing it. Military aspects, but I don't know to what extent. And I'm pretty sure that is to the extent that I was saying, which is to say, we'll see, you know, an industrial involvement, but not actual warfare in our streets or anything like that. Now I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this construction office down. Up over here kind of makes sense. Flatten the train and get the what's it called? The resources set up over here, basically, so they could like pick up from there, take the road down. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to pop this down over here, actually. We have this road up over here. We got a construction hub up over here, maybe. And then that road could go on up to I was hoping to put down fields like up over here, right? So so I don't want to put construction offices down over there. That's also very far away. If I put a construction office down over here, then in no time I'm going to have to put another one down over here, right? So let's not do that. And I'm thinking a construction office closer to the facilities over here is a bit nicer. It's a bit more like, okay, this is where all the industrial stuff happens, right? Though I don't want to clear out all these trees. I like the visual of the trees before the power plant. What if I put you down like somewhere over here? Let's stop now. Maybe we will put this down like up over here, I think. If I rotate you like so, yeah, we can still keep it close to the facilities up there. Pop you down like somewhere over here. We're gonna go ahead and check auto build again. Like, I would like to not have to check auto build every time I want to flatten terrain, especially when it comes to putting down infrastructure, right? It's become such a drain on our time. And so, you know, a type of resource. Time is money, as they say. It's been a drain on our time to constantly have to switch back and forth between the tab we have open, what we're auto building, what we're not auto building, etc., etc. It's become a painful process, and I'm not loving it. So this is in the hopes of helping that, helping make that more manageable and bearable. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking this goes over here. Oh, I kind of want to plan this before I, hit play and start actually building all this stuff. So this goes over here, right? The road over here continues up this way, too steep of an incline, it says. Very well. Yeah, that would be a reasonable assessment, I think. Be a very reasonable assessment. So now, here I gotta like... Okay, well, first of all, do we have... I think I, by mistake, already had this stuff auto-building last session, right? Yeah, and then I paused the construction. Great. Let's go ahead, in that case, turn auto-build on for the road specifically. It shouldn't hurt me. This is way too steep, so why don't we go ahead and rain smooth. We're gonna have to replant some of these trees up, of course. Don't worry, there will be a reforestation effort. Too steep of an incline still. Oh, come on now. Go ahead and lower this further then. I would like this to be nice and smooth as we come up top over here. Still too steep. How steep is this? Come on now. And I don't want to have too many of these trees removed. Again, I would like to have the trees over here to act as a bit of a buffer. Where's my smoothing? Are you gonna work? No, you literally pulled it back up, didn't you? All right, here's what we're gonna have to do. I think we're gonna have to cancel that. Yep. and then smooth. Like that, maybe? This little dip over here is killing me. There we go. That might do the trick. Looks nicer, that's for sure. Works up to there and then falls apart. Okay. Go ahead and smooth up over here. We can make this work, I think. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Come up to there. I do quite like the smooth incline. I think that works nicely. Right, like I'm okay with that. It's just a matter of going above this little mound over here. Can we do something like that? Smooth this out a bit. Keep you going. Yeah, I might need to back this up a little bit. More. Of course, that goes all the way. I'm not going to be... this is about the level of my particularity with this. I'm done being particular. If this works, and it works, and that's great. I'm not going to come back and refinesse this terrain, don't worry. I got to spend 30 minutes on laying this one road down. Oh, there we go. Too steep of an incline afterwards. Why, man? Why? Like, that looks perfectly smooth to me. Looks perfectly smooth to me. Let me smooth that out. Alright, let's see if that works. Right up to about here. Sure, I'll take it. Keep going. Oh, okay, okay. We're getting there. Of course, we're gonna have to reflatten this. That makes sense. That's fine. But we're getting there. Okay. So yeah, my hope is we have this construction office up over here really help speed up the process down the line. Not having to worry about mistakenly auto-building roads and things like that. Too steep of an incline. Okay, come on. Come on. Don't give me that. There we go. Excellent. Beautiful. Just like that. Let's make sure that's actually straight over here. Where's my wireframe? Of course, it's not. It's okay. An easy enough fix. We just gotta, like, hug this road a bit more, right? Come on. There it is. There it is. How's that looking? You know what? God damn it, I'll take it. I can't. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine. Good enough. After all that effort, I'm glad for the effort because it is closer than it was at first, but it's definitely not perfection. It's definitely not, exactly what I would like it to be. This is me accepting it, by the way. You can completely ignore what's going on right now. Don't worry, everything's fine. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. Here, let's go ahead and at least, like, do it in parts. Do it in smoother parts. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on. Sure. Yeah, good enough. Sorry. So, there's this. We're going to go ahead and attach you over here. So any of the construction that needs doing, they should have relatively easy access to construction sites, because most of the construction is going to be happening, either over here or up over here, so this will give them an easy access to that. I'm wondering about the storage, though, because again, we have a couple of different types of resources to store. Now, okay, I'm wondering a couple of different things. One is I could just fill this with excavators and stuff like that, right? And I might auto-build this construction office and fill it with excavators and bulldozers and all that kind of stuff just to help with the terrain leveling. And then eventually establish, a hub like this for all the resource storage and pickup and stuff to actually help with construction speeds. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. I think for now, our priority isn't so much to set up the construction hub. We can definitely fit, I think, everything we need to fit up over here. Let's go ahead and do a check on that. We'll do a quick check on that, and once we do a check on that, we know we can establish that stuff later. Yeah, like a warehouse is relatively small, so that's not a problem. We can definitely put a warehouse down somewhere over here, even like literally like over here right next to this, establish a road cargo station somewhere over here. Or establish the road cargo station up there. I mean, okay, let's see. Road cargo station up over there. We have you over here, let's say. Okay, we have the open storage. Where's the open storage? Medium open storage. Again, we can establish this like up over here or something. Have the road cargo station attached to this. Have a forklift facility or something somewhere in the area. I think we have plenty of space back over here. We could even establish this back over here. Again, forklift facilities helping bring it to the road cargo station that's maybe over here, right? Because we we'll need like a 90-degree bend basically for the factory connection. So that's the open storage, and that's the warehouse. That's basically 80% of all construction material. The only thing that's missing then is the aggregate stuff. And do I really want to produce, you know, gravel and stuff up there? I don't think so. I think we'll just have it choppered over when necessary, right? Not everything has to be available everywhere. So that tells me we have enough space up over here. That is a statement I might live to regret sometime down the line. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. On the topic of bridges, though, let's take a moment to discuss this tunnel. We have it already sticking out somewhere over here, don't we? Yes, we have it sticking out. Wait, where does this tunnel stick out? Where do you go? That's the entrance, right? Keeps going, keeps going. Just sworn we had them popping out over here. Or did I? Oh no, okay. This is the exit for the tunnel. Okay, okay. I'm glad I checked. Right, so we're actually above ground over here with the trains. I'm glad I checked. Very glad I checked. Well, the tracks then would continue out. They can go over this no problem, so that's fine. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And that's not a problem going over this way. I mean, we could adjust the terrain a little bit so that the tracks go over, right? We make a little bridge or something and go over the road over here so it doesn't block anything. Though I don't think this will be a very busy road to begin with. So we'll see. Again, I guess we will cross that bridge when we get there, so that's fine. But we have that. Now, what's the deal over here? So I'm gonna go ahead and auto build this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and auto build this. I don't want to wait, 4 years to be able to plan my infrastructure in this area. So let's go ahead and fund this construction and hope that we're close enough. $250,000 rubles is nothing on this construction. And as I finally hit play today, I know it was a bit of a setup before we were able to hit play. I just want to make sure we have all this up and running. We do indeed. Everything is being worked on over here. All these construction offices working away. What I will need to do, and what I do want to do today as well, is take care of this passenger overload that's happening over here. And that's a big part of our problem over here. As many of you were pointing out, as I mentioned last session as well, the trouble over here is the number of passengers waiting. Now, what I could do, the easy solution, as has been proposed in the comments, and as I am tempted to do, the easy solution would be to just disallow passengers from waiting at these bus stations, right? We just don't allow them. Plenty of room for our workers to come through instead and be taken to wherever they need to go. And that's probably the ideal solution, truth be told. But before I go to that, before I jump to that, I would very much like to try and establish more. I would like to try and add more buses to this line. Why do we have? What are you? You're all. Why are you orange? If you're also just moving passengers around, passengers and tourists. Why are you orange? You should be blue as well for passengers. There we go. And you? You're also moving passengers around, and only passengers around. Well, passengers and tourists, sorry. You should also be blue. We have quite a few, actually, on this line. Oh, you know what? Okay, I see. It's a different type of bus. So let's go with... where is it? Sure, let's go with that. I guess that's the closest, right? Am I really going to add more passenger buses to this line? Jeez, I guess so. But sorry, what I'm getting at is what I would like to try and do first is the more challenging solution, and that is to actually move those passengers quicker. Is it likely to happen? I don't know. We're about to find out, right? We're about to see if we are able to add enough vehicles in a way that's not, ridiculous to this line, which should allow us then to see workers actually arrive there as well, because again we'll of course be emptying sort of available space for workers. Again, to clarify, because I feel like that was the messiest I could have explained myself. We have more passenger buses on this line. More passengers will be picked up from that very same bus stop at a better rate, hopefully, and that would give us more space for workers to be picked up, or rather for workers to wait at the stations to then be picked up by the worker buses. You understand? Wow. Like, why am I having so much trouble expressing this thought clearly? I'm pretty sure I'm being clear. Basically, let's get these passengers moving from these stops rather than telling them not to come here in the first place. I'm really hoping we're able to do that, because it would be a bit more, I think, realistic rather than just telling passengers they can't use this bus stop. I don't know. I guess it works either way. I would like to try this slightly harder solution first. If it doesn't work, we'll stop passengers from getting on over here. We'll establish a separate bus stop for passengers to use instead. My only concern with adding more buses to this line is that you can see already the traffic that we have over here because of buses that need to turn up over here, right? So I'm worried it's going to worsen even more. That's my big concern with adding more buses to the to this station, not just to the Krasna one, but also to the St. Elitsburg one, right? Yeah, like it's gonna get really busy on this road. Anyway, but we'll tackle that if it becomes a problem. If the old problem becomes a new problem, we'll tackle the new problem. These parking lots as well, feeding right into this main road, is getting a little maybe too heavy as far as traffic is concerned. We'll see. All right, so that's that hopefully taken care of. Hopefully that means we'll have more workers coming down over here. And as we have that happening, why don't we come up over here and go ahead and buy new vehicles. We want to get ourselves some bulldozers, right? We want bulldozers and we want excavators. Let's go ahead and see if the dollar gets us something fancier. So excavators, I believe we have nicer excavators available, right? 50s, 70s, 90s to present. Speed and level is 37. Okay. Because again, when we eventually use these for other constructions, I wanna make sure they're good. Ooh, speed and level is 50 on this one, even though it's an older model. It's a bit slower to move around, I guess. And it's a bit heavier. Better engine, though. I'm kind of tempted to get the 88BB. So 50 or 37. What do we have with the rubles? 50 or 37 versus 20s and 17s. Sure. All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and use those dollars that we've really kind of stored up. Excavators, the 88BB. Get 4 of these. Sure. Bulldozers. Bulldozer big. 37, 50. Oh, I guess the 88BB does double as a bulldozer, but it's not a very good bulldozer. It's a multi-purpose vehicle, but it's a very bad bulldozer. I want to go ahead and get a couple of these big bulldozers, right? Maybe that'll be enough. Again, I can get a bunch more, but if this is enough, then this is enough. And that what that's going to help me do is this. So we talked about how people are going to get up onto the train over here and over here and get off, you know, somewhere over here, hopefully, to actually go to work alongside the people from over here, right? Let's figure out how they actually get there. So railways, electrified railways. What I'm thinking is so they come up over here. I don't think I want them to disrupt the flow of goods to this warehouse, right? We have this set of tracks over here. What I think we're going to do with this set of tracks is we're going to move them up and tie into the food production. That won't actually be happening over there. It'll be happening like over here, right? Or either that's either, you know, option 1, or these tracks will actually just go up and import food from, holy crap, all the way up over here at Kalzina, yeah. They'll come down through those mountains, through these mountains, and I guess loop over this way and hook up over here. Interesting. I mean, I guess these tracks could go over, up and around and down. We could do something like that, I guess, right? Because this is also a cargo line, bringing stuff to this warehouse over here, and hopefully to this over here as well. Do we have a bridge set up over here? No, but we can, right? Not a bridge, sorry, a tunnel. Pretty sure we can. Memory serves me right. We should be able to, yeah, hook this up and pop out in a couple different spaces. All right, take a look at this train over here. Whoops, I always click that. I always think the magnifying glass is the zoom button, because that's what magnifying glasses do. A magnifying glass should not be the view all messages button. This should be the view all messages button. This should be the show me the latest message. Anyways, this has been stuck here for too long, it's saying. I thought we'd sorted this out, but I guess not. What have we got going on over here? This guy's trying to get down over here. Now he's trying to get down over here. But his way is blocked. Even though is this guy turned around? This guy has turned around. He's trying to go that way. If I flip you around, what happens? Send you over here. Pretty sure this guy stays stuck up over here, right? Even though he's got the light over there, though he's very much able to go this way, choosing not to. Right. Fantastic. It's goofy to me, right? Because he should be able to... Oh, I guess no, he has to be on this line. That's why I feel like we need to transfer over there. This guy's trying to get out that way. He's gonna come this way. Like, yeah, why can't he stay on this southern track and get up and out over here? Like, he very much should be able to do that. Well, because he's seeing... What, this blocked? No, he shouldn't be seeing that blocked. He should be seeing this clear with the chain over here. Stuff throws me off. How does that help? Because you're going to come down over here. That doesn't help. Just going to come through. You're going to get stuck up over there. I feel like it's just worsened the situation. Well, let's see. He's going to come through. He might actually pull into there, which might allow him through. No, because he's too busy looking at that being blocked over there. That's what I want there. No. Yeah, this is a story of my life. As we're very well aware, this guy's going to now come through and block things over there. Why don't we go ahead and turn you around? I don't want to get stuck on this today. I'll figure it out between sessions, and I'll post a solution here. It's one of those things that like constantly like just throws me off, and it will for the next 1,000 episodes, I'm sure. But yeah, I'll tackle that like between sessions. If you have any suggestions of your own, feel free to drop them in the comments down below with regards to how I can make this space work. But it's like every solution, whether I come up with it myself or somebody proposes it to me, has so far not been ideal one way or another. Am I seriously going to be stuck with these pink markers for the rest of my life? No, I think once these trains clear out, we'll be able to clear these out. Okay, it's not a priority, though. Not a top priority. But yeah, if you have any thoughts, feel free to, share them down below. This guy's going back. This guy will continue to... Come on, turn around. Make sure these guys are all clear over here. Go. You're going to pick up the pace. Turn around, buddy. Oh, you can't go that way, can you? Of course not. Alright. Solution then is to send this guy to there. Let's go. And come all the way over to here. You're headed to the steel mill now. Can we flip you around, buddy? The hell? And we flip you around, buddy? Come on now. Like, why are you doing this to me now? This has worked every other time. You're going all the way to middle of God knows where. This is a comedy of errors over here. Flip this guy around, head towards Petrograd. I don't know if you'll be able to. Towards Portia. I actually have to clean this mess up. I've made this a messier mess than it needs to be, and partly because of this. Let's go ahead and flip you around, though. And you to Zodcha, rather. You should keep going. This guy's still confused as hell as to what to do. He shouldn't be, though. He should be able to push through over here. And now this guy turns around, of course. Over to Zodcha with you as well. Let's go. Yeah, this guy's gonna keep moving. That guy's gonna keep moving. That guy's gonna keep moving. Okay. Finally have some movement over here. Yeah, I really gotta clean this up. Once he clears out there. When do we get the green over here? All the way out there, eh? And you're still not moving, because you're moving first. All the way out there. Why is that? It's like, isn't this chain only supposed to look at this next block? Oh, okay, I guess that's why. Because until he goes out of there... Okay. That's hilarious to me. This train goes up to here, and then this guy goes ahead. Okay, you know what? Listen. It is what it is. We'll find a solution eventually. Sorry. That diverted my attention for far longer than I wanted it to. Far longer than I wanted it to. Okay, back up over here. Right? So we have this line that'll probably go up. Well, it'll probably... Trying to figure this out here. Because if it does go up to be level up over here and connect to these guys, do I want to do that? Why do I want these same tracks to be connected? Because the same resources that are being brought to this warehouse, i.e. chemicals, are not going to be brought to these guys. Do I want to potentially block traffic that way? I don't think so, right? What I would like to do, though, is passengers, again, I don't want them to clog this up, right? So passengers would probably split up over here, go up and around, and I guess maybe drop off over here. Let a bunch of them off over here. Maybe some of them get on buses and they get distributed around the entire facility. Like we have a little shuttle bus. I quite like that, actually. I think we will do that. And then they can go on and connect. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, that lines up quite nicely, actually. They could hook up to here. So then we have a little loop. This would connect down to, I guess, over here. So passengers could even come down this way, go down this way, go down this way, over to here. All right, fair enough. Or they could go down this way, split off, go down, this way over to here if we wanted them to, and they could come up this way as well to go up this way across that. Okay, great. So this actually connects quite nicely then. Uprising Grad over here, as well as the St. Elitesburg trains and stuff get connected quite nicely. Okay, that's good. The issue becomes if you're coming from St. Partia, or rather I should say from Veterangrad as a whole, you come down over here. Those are the guys that aren't able to use this area, right? So I wonder if I do want to fix that somehow. Anyway, this is nice though. I like this. So let's go ahead and plan this accordingly. So I'd be pulling you over, right? Is this terrain flat enough? Yeah, it looks neat enough. Cool. So why don't we go ahead and we're not auto building. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull you over like that. Go ahead and flatten that. There we go. Beautiful. See if we... I don't think... Yeah, you can see actually which excavators are coming through to do this work. If I didn't have that construction office laid down over here, we would not be able to do this. We do this, right? Wireframe up. Looks lined up decently. I wonder if we come up over here, we could actually keep this perfectly straight. Might be able to. Might just be able to. Let's see. Up to there, roughly, like so. And up to there. And then let's see if we can't, maintain a straight line over here. Like that. Alright, okay, good. I wish this had, like, perpendicular snaps and parallels. Well, it has kind of a parallel snap, but I mean like a 90-degree snap option, you know? Might be a little too far up, perhaps. Okay, let's see. So there's like kind of just north of this this grid line. I feel like we're slowly drifting. It's not the end of the world, truth be told. We did for so long we didn't care for a perfect, square grid. I'm not gonna all of a sudden start treating it like the end of the world. Go ahead and get you up to there. Go up to here. I'm going to actually not do this right now. The wireframe, like. It's the colors are obnoxious when it's nighttime, so I'm not gonna do that. I imagine quite a few of you feel the same way, but that's good. So this is nice. It's coming up this way. Have the passenger stop over here. We'll have the bus stop over there as well to pick people up and drop them off over here. We already have the bus infrastructure, in this area. This flickering. Oh my God! You want to talk about obnoxious light and color related things? Jeez, that's been on screen for long enough. How's the construction here coming along? No workers or mechanisms. Okay, well, choppers have been coming through. They have been dropping resources off. We do have a road connection. Yeah. So we should be seeing construction progressing. What's going on over here? We got a lot of A lot of ambulances active right now. Do we have like a mini plague going on or something? Jeez, why do we have so many active ambulances? Buildings with a power supply of 4 meters per second wind. Honestly, this whole wind thing is not ideal, is it? What is why don't we have like batteries or something? Or are we power, energy related? Yeah, there's no like storage for solar power and wind power. So of course you're gonna have fluctuations like this. This is why I want to have the nuclear power plant up and running ASAP as well, right? Because this nonsense is gonna hurt us. When I say nonsense, I mean trouble. I don't mean like, oh, this is nonsense, so it's lame. I mean like this trouble is gonna continue to hurt us. This is, oh my god, these guys are, everyone's busy over here, eh? Everyone's really busy over here. This is nice to see, at least. This is nice to see a fair bit of progress happening over here. I'm gonna upgrade these roads actually, just to get this construction happening a little bit faster. That slight bit faster, right? Can't wait until this palace is done. But this is looking pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade these roads. Roads, I keep forgetting, because they've changed how you can do this now. Do I want to check auto build with roads selected? Yes, I should be safe. Go ahead and check that. Rubles, yes. Shift, click, and drag, and that should give us all the roads. Yeah, beauty. Beauty. I really like how this space is looking as well. I think it's quite visually, like, remarkable, I guess, because I'm making remarks on it. So, you know, I guess that makes it remarkable. God. What a stretch. But I quite like how the space is coming together and how it looks, and I do hope it works properly. On the topic of things working properly, how are we looking over here right now? Krasna is looking much better. I mean, again, a sample size of one check is not that great. It's nothing to draw conclusions from. But at least we're seeing some workers waiting. Not that many passengers waiting. So that's good. What is unemployment looking like? All right, 7K. Okay, that's a better thing to look at. That's a fairly consistent drop. It looks like in unemployment. Hopefully it stays that way for a little while at least. 7K is a nicer number than anything higher than 7K, of course. All right, let's go ahead and establish these tracks, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and... Okay, so what are we going to do over here? We're going to flatten this train a little bit. I might, you know what? I might bend this ever so slightly so it has a better approach. Let's go ahead and build a modded railway station. Of what kind? I don't want to do like a big... Want to do a road rail station? No, you know, I don't think that works how I want it to. I don't think people will go to the bus stop from this. Because it is the bus stop itself. Sula station, maybe. I want it to be like a nice station, but I don't want it to be an overstated station. You know, it's like a... You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be overdone. 1,000 passenger capacity. This seems reasonable. It's like not too big visually. Pisky station. This also might work. Maybe a little too old-fashioned looking. Both of these are a little old-fashioned looking, truth be told. Bodavka station. It's a little too small, maybe. Also a little too small, maybe. Because I'm trying to find that balance. I don't necessarily want to do... Ooh, okay. This might be nice. I don't want to do the one that has the rocket on it. I mean, I like that one a lot, but I feel like we've got one of those. You can't have too many of those. Central station, this is not. Downtown bus stop. Yeah, I got a couple of modded... Why does this keep moving around? Got a couple of modded options recently. What is this? What is this even? Oh, this is a park, isn't it? I can't read Cyrillic, so I don't know what I'm looking at. Urban passenger airports. Or heliports. What am I... This is way too big. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and... Okay, so first of all, I'm tempted to get this down over here because I love the curve on this thing. So I'm always tempted to include these, but I think that might be overdoing it because we have one of those down over here as well, right? I wonder, actually, you know what? I wonder if we don't need a bus stop here at all. Let's check that. Let's go ahead and get the... I think Sula is the preferred one over here. So why don't we go ahead and pop you down, Sula. somewhere over here. Let's say we're gonna have to flatten terrain anyway, I think. So let's keep it centralized. Let's go ahead and right from center. These guys seem to be working pretty quickly. Go for the auto build though. It's so much faster. It's just like undeniably so much faster and so much more sensible to do. Alright, there we go. Nice and flat, nice and flat. This little mountain needs to be exploded. Get the dynamite sticks, I suppose, right? There we go. Beauty. Beauty. Go back to height from center. Alright. That's hopefully enough for us to work with. Let's see. Sula Station. Need flat terrain. Ah, the little corner up there. Well, we'll need to flatten it for our tracks anyway, so why don't we go ahead and do it. And again, we have the money, right? It's not like it's the end of the world. The expenses over here. Come on now. Lower and lower and lower. And then once we have this, yeah, what I want to do is I want to check if people are able to walk from here to that other bus stop that we already have established next to the nuclear power plant, right? Because in that case, we don't need another bus stop up over here. Flatten height from center. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Get that down as well. We could get another tunnel down over here, but I would really, really rather not. Would really rather this all be, you know, just a smooth connection, open air tracks and all that. That would be the preferred setup, in my humble opinion. I think it'll look nicer. I think it'll work nicer as well. Too many tunnels, too, can be problematic, right? Because when you have too many tunnels, you can't put down semaphores. Though, seeing my luck and and skill with semaphores, maybe that's for the better. I'm being sarcastic. Definitely not, because then you have even less control. Height from center. Okay. There we go. Alright, nice and easy. This, I think, needs to extend a bit further still. I really wish terraforming was a little bit faster. I like that it is a thing, and that it costs money, and it's not just like snap your fingers and it's done. Like magicking terrain, you know, out of there. But I wish it was less laborious than this. That's all. There we go. Right from center. Boom. There we go. That should do the trick, I think. I'm really hoping we can flatten that lump over there. Yeah, looks like we can. Okay, good. Good. Because that I was definitely worried about. Looking a little hideous. Alright. Now. Finally. Sula Station. Pop you down. Turn off auto build. That would have been not ideal. Pop you down where? See, I would like it to be in the middle. I think stylistically that's nice. Let's check it out. If I pop you down over here, people can walk up to where? Nowhere? For real? Really? Just up to this, well, that doesn't help anybody. For real. That's kind of funny. This is too far away. Let's see. Let's see. Move you up to there. Move you up and around. Try and pop you in over here. Right? How about now? Okay, good. People can come over here. 182 meters. Surely we can get people down over here. 68 meters. It's another 60, say 70 meters. Let's see. Come on. There's the hookup over there. Let me just check from here if they can reach. Nope. 182. It's not the neatest look, but I guess I'll take it. Will it even work? No. It will not. I could try and upgrade this footpath, but I don't know if it'll make a difference. We'll see. I guess only one way to find out. Wait. Auto build is on. Yeah. Hook up to there. Hook up to here. There we go. Okay. I guess it does make enough of a difference. Never underestimate the power of the upgrade, I guess. Alright. not my favorite. I wish this stuff didn't snap so hideously sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so what we can then do is, looks like Smolenets and Zavutsk are already interested in getting construction over here started. Fair enough, I'm not going to stop them. I think this actually works quite nicely. I hope so, at least. But what this does for us is, it means passengers get dropped off over here. We'll say 50% or, okay, not even 50, like 20% go here. We'll say the rest go up over here. Now, the problem is that they can't reach down over to here. It would have been great if they could just walk over to here as well, but I don't think we'll get that too easily. What we could try and do is establish sort of an underpass. I don't know how well that would work, though, truth be told. Do this kind of a thing. Hold them down to here. Oh, you know, it might actually not be too bad. What if I do... Okay, well, now I'm curious. Okay, let's see. So if I go ahead and put you down, like, say, so. What's straight down over here? Pop you out over here. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Put you down over here. Not auto-building. Then put another one down over here. Right, not auto-building. Go ahead and hook this up like so. Right. Hook this up. Again, with the hideous bend there. What are you going to do, I guess? We'll try and avoid it is what you're going to do. Sure, I'll allow that. Go ahead and cancel this. Sure, that's neater at least. And then the underpass is set up. Can I go back to footpaths, please? Go to the underground. Forget how to do this tunnel. There we go. It's been so long. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Okay, let's see if we can go underneath this. Come on now. I cannot go underneath this, apparently. That's too bad. Okay, well, I mean, the other option, of course, the other option is to have this on the other side, right? So get rid of that. Get rid of all this. My underpass. There you go. Pop you down over here instead. Flatten the train a bit, that's fine. Go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. So why don't we go ahead and pull you too steep of an incline? That's why not. Come on, are you kidding me? That's not a steep incline. That's an easy hill to climb. Too steep of a descent. Trying to figure out if I can get this to work. Okay, pull you over like that. Pull you up. Nope. Okay, pull you up like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and establish the underpass then. From here down to here. There, this will need some reworking because of that ugly curve there. No one is using this. There we go. Thank you. It's just because that bus was going past it, I think. Oh, okay, we're gonna get this ugly curve regardless, so fine. What are you gonna do? There you go. And the tunnel should be able to hook up. Oh, come on, get out of here. That's so silly. It's interacting with the road that we've put up over top. Okay, well, what happens if I go ahead and I get rid of the road over here really quickly? Right. Will it let me go underneath it and then put the road over top? Let's see. Yeah, are you for real? Okay, great. It's just like something that needs to be refactored then and redone. But okay, fine. You know, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. This works. It's good. I don't think I can actually see until it's been built. Yeah, this can be reached or not. Okay. Well, I think we should be fine. Let's go ahead and fund construction. Let that get done, and they should actually work quite nicely. Actually makes me wonder if I shouldn't establish this like this instead, you know? But let's see. Almost done, almost done. You can see the progress over here. Again, is it perfect? No, but I'll make do. All right, of course, I need to actually pay for these as well. Fund that. Go ahead and fund this. Okay. Taking its sweet time. All right, so that should work out quite nicely. And I think what I would want to do then is, yeah, pull from over here up to there or something. Sides are too steep. Okay, maybe I won't bother. But this, are you kidding me? Okay, footpath, auto-build using rubles. Go ahead and hook that up. Go ahead and hook this up as well, and that should do the trick. There it is, beautiful. Fantastic. So in that case, I don't think we'd be able to reach from here to there. So let's not bother even, checking that out. But this is good. This is good. That means that we can send, 20% over here, 20% over here, and 60% over here, and they can be distributed via buses to everywhere else. And that actually works out quite nicely. Cool. Pretty slick. Outside of this wonky curve, and this wonky curve, and this wonky curve, pretty sick. You gotta make do with it, right? Some things you can't change in life, and this is one of those things. Electrified railway. So, okay. Now that we know this works, and we watch this is like horribly off. Actually, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. There's a slight curve to it, but that's okay. We kind of like expected that, right? Don't quite love what I'm seeing here, though. We should make it a bit smoother. Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. And again, it's the slightest curve. I don't mind it. You can kind of tell. Yeah, it's a slight curve. Not too bad. Now here is where things get a bit more interesting, because we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this through around and up over here, right? Let's see. Go ahead and I guess raise the tracks. We'll raise the terrain a little bit. Drop it a little bit when it's up over there. Alright, let's see. Of course, right as I go to hit the function key, the autosave pops up. Alright, so we're up over here roughly. Check this a bit more. There we go. Hopefully this will look neat. Neat enough. Come on, there we go. A bit more? For sure. Like that, and like that. Perfect. Yeah, I think that looks okay. A bit of a steep drop over here. We might clean that up, might smooth it off a little bit. Just for visual's sake. Oh, come on, tell me you're gonna not stay like that. There we go. It's like finding where to click is half the journey. I don't mind if it's a mound, but I don't want it to be a cliff face, Yeah, okay, that'll smooth out eventually. Fair enough. We have this, and we're gonna have like this roller coaster drop or something. No, okay, it's a big lift up over there. And then how do we curve this nicely? Because that's a key part of this, right? Aesthetically. Getting this to curve nicely. Something like that, I guess. Try something like that. Snap this to it. Right, yeah, I'm liking the feel of that so far. Keep this coming up this way. Like over to here, I think. Yeah, round about there. Round about there. Now here's where it gets kind of funky. Now where is our little... Yeah, there it is. Perovsky is up over here. Far enough away from this hustle and bustle, so that's good. I quite like that. I think that's quite far enough away at least. But we need to figure out getting from up over here to down over here. Or rather, vice versa. Or both. I mean, hey, these trains go both ways, right? Let's see. What if we try and, like, do this kind of a thing. Move this out. Gotta find, like, what looks good and also works well, obviously. Right, this kind of a thing. Pull this in as well. There we go. Hopefully it looks neat. Yeah, I'd say that looks neat enough. This is a little messy, but what isn't sometimes. We could back this up and smooth it out a bit more, I guess. Not the biggest. This is not like putting those earlier roads down. So it's okay. Right from center. Come on. Go. Just a bit smoother. Just a bit smoother. Pull you over to here. Yeah, I think that'll look neater. Like so and like so. Sure, I'll take it. And then where do we actually split off? Like over here maybe, right? Sides are too steep of a descent. Come on, we got this. I believe in us. It's gonna get messy over here, isn't it? It's gonna get real messy over here. This kind of a thing? Sides are too steep, really. Okay, fair enough. We should smooth this down then, is what I'm seeing. Go ahead and pull this back. We gotta like drop a bit more on the way over, is what I'm seeing, so. Go ahead and smooth this, maybe actually drop it. There we go, there we go. That should help. Hopefully. Right from center. Alright, there we go. And let's see if this can then kind of do the rest of the heavy lifting of smoothing. Come on now. Just testing here. Really? Oh, okay. That would be a bit jittery if we were to like have that happen. Not the biggest fan of that. Not the biggest fan of that at all. But we're getting there. We're getting very close. Establish something like this, maybe, you know. Get a better curve, maybe. I think I'm not hating this, though it doesn't connect. You're too steep of an incline. Right at the end there, it says. There, we can do that. They kind of part ways up there, it looks like, but that'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. Not the biggest fan of how some of this stuff looks sometimes, but again, I'm trying to get over that and look past that, right? Only so much we can do. So the idea is that the train would come up this way, turn around this way, go up. And I wonder if we could make this a bit smoother. Maybe. We have some... We're a bit more free now to... Because we have the two ends figured out, I think we should be a bit more free to smooth this out now. I think that looks a bit nicer. Crossing not allowed. It looks nicer, but it doesn't work. Fantastic. It's my favorite. Sometimes I wish this game had an undo button, for real. Sometimes. I just wish I could hit the undo button. Okay, but this works though. Okay, fine. Have it your way, game. Have it your way. Sure. Cool. So you come up over here, you go up, 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 and up, and up, and over this way, you see your end destination, kind of. Come up over here, start going down a little bit, this is your station, or you keep going, perhaps, over and over and over, across the bridge. This is cool, we actually have a bit of a circuit now. We actually have the two bridges kind of acting as a bit of a circuit. We have this. How sick would it be if we just, like, hooked up from this right up to there, but I don't think we can do that. How does that work if we wanted to, rather than attach over here, could we have this split up? I think that's maybe a little beyond me, a little too advanced for myself, I think. But I'm liking this. I'm liking this. So you come up this way, you go up this way, you get dropped off over here, and then the train can keep going this way if need be for some reason or another, and then it can hook up over here, ultimately, right, to give access to other people as well. It's too steep of an incline, that's something we can adjust later. That's not something I'm worried about, of course. You can always figure that out down the line, just like we did further up north at the new spaces. No, I'm pretty pleased with that. That'll work out nicely. And it does look like we are making progress down over here. Some of these buildings are really seeing a lot of progress, actually. This is looking really good. This is looking really good. Yeah, quite quite remarkable indeed. Pretty pleased with this. Let's also very quickly now take a look at the situation here. All right, better numbers, better numbers. What about the situation over here? Okay, slightly worse numbers, but we're seeing a fluctuation still. We're seeing a back and forth still. Traffic is looking very good right now, ish. I wonder if I don't add more, maybe 1 or 2 more passenger buses to this line and help sort that problem out. That might work. Might need another bus stop. Might need another school bus as well, maybe. Might need another school bus as well. Things are looking all right, though. Things are looking okay. I mean, again, what I'm thinking is we got this established. We've got this established. We've got this kind of figured out. We have all the groundwork laid out to get workers up to here. We just need the actual workers, you know. What I'm thinking is, y'all let me know. I'm thinking we'll auto-build these tracks. But if you guys want to see these tracks be built by the people, let me know down below. I feel like we've done that so many times. We've done all these bridges. We've done all these like very complex, you know, track builds that like the novelty has, not only has the novelty worn off, but the challenge is kind of a thing of the past now. We know how it'll work. We know the kind of challenges we can expect, and they're not really interesting challenges. They're just like tedious challenges. With that said, I'd be cool to overcome those once more, but y'all let me know in the comments, you know, would you rather I auto-build the tracks over here and we can get a move on, or would you rather we actually get a railway construction office set up and have that build the tracks instead? This is exciting. These are some tracks, man. This is a huge connection, actually. This is a huge connection. This is a huge connection. So I'm excited to see it up and running. But yeah, if we auto-build the tracks and we auto-build the stations as well, you know, if we auto-build all that, then we'll be able to actually get workers up over here at a decent rate and get nuclear power out there finally. What, 10 episodes after the facilities were built or so? Have I got my numbers right, roughly? I think I would like that, and then we can figure out getting workers down to here, providing more employment, you know, to some of these guys over here who just are sitting there looking pretty, not doing anything. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session, because I certainly did. There were a couple of problems and sores coming up again, of course, with regards to the train stuff over here, fair enough. But overall, I think we made some good progress today, setting up that line, getting some of this construction working, and getting some of those the passenger woes taken care of. There were some solutions provided or suggested with regards to the highway as well. Many of you, I think, the consensus was that we should just build, yes, a shortcut on the lower level. Let that be the lower priority junction, I guess, if you will, or part of the junction, and then allow this to stay as is. And that way, you know, what we'll probably do is like hook this up over here so that people can more easily transition, and that way we'll have this working sooner rather than later, and it won't be over complicated for its use case scenarios and for how much action it's likely to see. But folks, again, and as always, if you have any thoughts, opinions, feedback, or stories you'd like to share, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. If you had a good time with today's episode, don't hesitate to leave a like as well. Again, it makes a very big difference in how I approach content on the channel. My God, this game is absolutely beautiful sometimes. And on that note, folks, I just want to say, as always, a massive thanks to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, do svidaniya.